Hello, everybody. Laura back again. I have been asked to talk about how I do my colors, how I choose my colors in my yarns for my blankets. I'm going to tell you a lot of information here, but I'm going to show you a lot of information at the same time. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Anyway, thank you for being here. I hope you learned something from this video, and I'm going to pause it, turn around, and then we'll go. Okay, hello. Um, Most of you know that this is my moss stitch pink and purple blanket. So let's take a look at how I did this. Okay, first of all, this is the wonky one. So if you look at it, that is not a straight line. And the angle's off right here. So this is the wonky blanket, and I'll explain that a little bit more in a minute. But in the middle, I have a blue, like 2 or 3 shades of blue. That's a neutral for this blanket. Then I've got the pink and the purple, and another one that has purple, and a little bit of yellow, a little bit of pink, and so then it goes and goes. So what I do is I pick yarn that has the main color, hello Venus, that I'm looking for. All right, so here's an idea right here. If it'll focus. There we go. Tail. Okay, so in this section, I had a multicolored purple with pink. I had a rose-colored, it's rose and white, it's rose and cream. Then I had black and white. So that's my 3 colors in this section. And if you see, look here, you see that that section goes about, all right, we'll try it over here on the other side of the cat. Goes about, I don't know, 10 rows or so. So one of the colors ran out. Well, then there's this section here where I used this green. I used what was left of some green yarn, which is the same as the rose, which is the same as the purple over here, which you can't see with the cat in the light. I love you too, Vivi. Like here, I had this lighter shade in here, more of a pastel. I had the same pastel over here. So what I do is I pick my main colors. My main colors in this one were pink and purple. I added other colors, which I call neutrals in this case. Okay, so that green is a neutral. The black and white is obviously a neutral. This one, the pale pastel, had pink in it and purple, but it had that blue and it was a paler pastel, so that made it more of a neutral, but it still had the right colors popping out. Let's see, over here, oh, this one, this is this one right here. It's got yellow and green and a burgundy. That's a blue that I was working with. So it's got lots of colors. I think that one was called Sunset. Yellow and green and blue and pink and purple and burgundy and lots of colors. Now see, if you look at this, my corner is wonky. I'll show you better. I'll show you better right here. This corner is not a corner. It curves. Okay, and I learned from the videos I watched, and I will post those for you. But I learned that this was, I mean, I loved this blanket when I saw it. And I just was like, I have to make this, okay? And it didn't matter to me that it was wonky. And that's my word, not hers. At least I don't think it's hers. So, okay, back to the color. Okay, because here's the example. These are the 3 I'm working with right now. Obviously, this one's purple. This one's pink and purple. This one's pink. Has maybe a touch of purple here and there as that teal goes through. You know, but okay, so this is more of my neutral. This is more neutral than these are because these have the main colors. But this one still has main color too. This one, which I'm not using yet, this is actually going to be the far outside edge. It's just going to go until it runs out because it has all of the color patterning in it, the blocking and patterning in it. And then this one, I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. It depends on how big my blanket gets. Oops, sorry. This one I love. I love all the confetti colors thrown on this yarn, but it's got a lot of green in it, which makes it more of a neutral in the case of this blanket, because it's not all pink and purple, or mostly pink and purple. These two are the main colors in this round of 3. When one of these runs out, I'm not sure which one it's going to be. One of these gets started. Maybe this one, I might have to cut it down to 2 as I run out, and then down to 1. But my color choices are the main colors, the main colors, the main colors, and then something that has the main color but is a different color, or something like the black and white and gray in this section that is a true neutral. Or the green in this section, just a straight green. It gave that whole section an interesting look, didn't it? Because it ended in that lighter green with that pastel-y color, or pastel-y yarn in there, after those vibrant colors in the middle. So, and I just put it together. Some of this was little balls of yarn that were left over from other projects. Some of this was not. Some of it was yarn that I had for a long time. Some of it was not. And I just went and picked by what I wanted and what I saw at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, or even online from Lion Brand, because that's the pastel one I bought from Lion Brand. Okay, I'm going to show you the other blanket here. Give me a second. So you do the slip stitch, and then you turn the work. And you turn it at the end of every round. Where that one is a spiral. It just keeps going. But it's all done on one side. This one you flip it over, flip it over, flip it over, flip it over. And that made the corners very, very sharp. I guess that's a good word for it. A sharp corner. It doesn't go wonky. It doesn't go around like my other one does. So, like I said, I'm going to post those videos for you in the description box. So you can go through and you can learn the way I did, or you can just go and do this one, which keeps your corners square, versus that one, which has rounded corners. Okay, so these are the other colors I have left for the blue-green blanket here. And that actually, I believe, is a dark, dark, dark blue on that, rather than black, but it might be black. It was a pretty yarn anyway. Okay, so this is what I've left. This one's falling apart. I don't know why, but it is. And the brown, these are the 3 I'm working with right now. This one, the brown, and this blue are the 3 that I'm working with at the moment. This ball I found at the bottom of the bag. It's just blues. I don't know where this one came from, but I'll probably throw it on when the brown's done, and throw this blue in there. So I'll have a lot of blue, but I've got that neutral brown in there, and then I've got this one is more of a, no, I was going to say this one's more of a neutral, but it's not. This one is more of a neutral because it has the yellow, the brown, and the black, as well as the blue. This is the same yarn, and I'll put that in there when I need it. And then I've got this one with some darker greens, this with the lighter greens. This one may end up on my purple pink blanket. I don't know. Depends on how big this one gets. This one is just gorgeous. All blues and little bit of teal green in there, and this one is green, brown, cream, and a little bit of yellow. So that's more of a neutral. I don't know where if it's going to get used. Maybe with these two. Yeah, that actually looks good with those two. That looks good with those two. Sorry about the fingers. It's hard to record like this. So, I think I've touched all the bases. This is the way I prefer now that I've done it. But I wasn't going to tear this one out because there's so many ends on the back of this thing. And you can see Venus likes to sit on them. There she is saying, okay, Mom, think you've had enough now. But you can see how this corner curves. It doesn't lie flat. It's not a true pointed square. In fact, it's slightly off. She's mad because I was standing by her and talking. Okay, so basically I just look at the yarn and I pick the colors. I looked at what I had in my stash. This is all acrylic. It is a combination of lightweight 4, heavier 4s, but everything in here, in these two, are 4 weight. This one in the middle here was so lightweight because I just used the same hook, no matter the size of the yarn. This one in the middle, the shiny one, was so lightweight that I decided that this can't continue. It wasn't looking right with the 5.5 hook that I was using. So I stopped. I said, okay, this one's done. Time to add another color in. And I used it for something else. No big deal. I didn't tear it out. I kept going. I didn't tear it out. I kept going. I used the rest of this green over here in this blanket. So actually, I think in there too. But I think you get my point. It's trial and error. It's picking and choosing. It's going for what you like. Some people think my blankets are too busy. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Just gorgeous. This one's going to fit my queen size bed when I'm done with it. I'm not sure what size this one's going to turn out to be. All that yarn may get used. Some of it may not get used. Same thing with these. It just depends on how big the blanket is when I get to the end of those 3 right there. Because if it's not big enough, then I'm going to have another color or another skein of yarn to go with these two to make it work. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'll link the 2 videos that I learned from to do this one, which is my first one, which is all done on going around and around. It's a spiral. And then this one, which is my second one. And this one gets turned at the end of each row and round, excuse me. They are rounds because you do a slip stitch at the end. I can't think of much more to tell you. It's trial and error. It's what looks good to me. Like I said, some people think these are outrageous. They're too bright. They're gaudy. Whatever word they want to use. I think they're gorgeous. I think they're gorgeous. And anything you put together with your favorite colors. Now remember, this is all moss stitch. Anything you put together with your favorite colors, you're going to like it. Just remember that anything that does not have the color in it that you choose as your main color, you don't have to choose 2 main colors either, by the way. I work with 3 skeins at a time, or 3 balls of yarn, whichever. When one runs out, I pull in the next one. I don't try to color coordinate at all. And I think that is also what makes it fun, because something will catch your eye and you can go around, and you go, oh, wait a minute. That one changed because I ran out of yarn. I like to do my work that way. Some people want to color control, and that's fine. And I'm sure there are things I will color control and things I have color controlled, but not with these blankets. The way the moss stitch plays with the colors is incredible, and I love how it looks. And that's it. You have to love how it looks. You have to be happy with the yarns you choose. Some of these I had just in my stash. Some of them obviously I picked up on clearance. You can see the orange tags. Others I said, nope, I want to get that one and that one and that one to go with it. So there's more blue-green or more blue, whichever. The right shades, the right, brightness, whatever. I'll use anything, you can tell because I picked that one up on clearance and decided it was going in here. That's really pale. It's going in that blanket. I put the pink and purple in there and I probably shouldn't have, but I did. And I stopped because I'm like, oh, nope, that was a mistake. And I just kept going. And look at how gorgeous it is, even with the pink purple stripe there in the middle. So that's it. Have fun with it. Go with what you love, and you'll have a blanket that you will love. All right, everybody. Bye-bye. Take care. Be safe. I love you all. Little heart. There we go.